Good afternoon, my friends. How's it going? It's Thursday. Did you miss me last week? I missed you guys. I much rather would have been here than humping my butt down at that show I did. So last week, I'm trying to find something to pour this in. I should have poured these in my 5-quart bottles. Dixie Belle has, let me start out with Dixie Belle has new colors, like 7 new colors. And while I was gone last week doing the Vintage Market Day show, they came in, and I haven't even got to look at them. I just remembered I have them. This one, I don't even know what their names are. I have all of them memorized, but there's 7 new colors now. Picket. It's kind of a soft moss color. It's really pretty, like really pretty. Then we have Magnolia. They pretty much are all neutrals. They're like all the brand new neutrals, all of them. Magnolia, it's like it looks like fluff, but it doesn't have gray undertone. It has more of maybe a brown undertone. And then this one is Ecru. Ecru? Ecru? How do you say that? Ecru? You accrue something? No, ECRU. Ecru. And it's like a sawmill gravy. So you know I'm going to love it. Because you know me and sawmill gravy. Put some in my little tub here. I haven't even loaded them into my bottles yet because they are so brand new. I'm not going to need a lot of paint. Let me just take a little bit of each into my bucket. Because I'll pour them into my bottles later. So last week I was gone because I was at the Boise Fairgrounds and I was doing Vintage Market Day. So it's a show, 3-day show, all vintage yumminess. I took a lot of vintage stuff. I handed out a lot of cards to people because I wanted people to know about the store. I want people to shop because they need to shop. If they don't shop, there's not going to be a store. So times are tough. So I wanted to go down there and make sure people knew. I gave out 1,000 cards, 1,000. Talked to probably 2,000 people or more than that. And just had fun. It was really a lot of fun. I had a blast. Had great helpers helping me. But it's a 2-day where you load in. So you can basically load all your stuff in the first 2 days. And so that was Tuesday, Wednesday. So the hubs and I went and unloaded our trailer of a 20-foot cargo trailer, which was full, unloaded it into a space with totes and stuff. And then you have to unpack it and then take all your crap out and then make it pretty. So that was on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then Thursday is when the show actually opened. It's an amazing show. It brings a lot of people. We do it twice a year. I did it in December also. So had lots of fun. You know, the thing is, it shows. I literally sat on my couch on Sunday and never got up, never got out of my jammies. Hi, Ronnie. Never, I was wiped. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I stand. I don't sit. If I sit, I'll never get back up. I've learned from the past that I have to kind of just stand. And I'm used to standing on concrete because concrete back here. But if you get too comfortable, I bring something really light to eat for lunch, just a real quick sandwich. Nothing heavy, because if you bring something heavy, you'll never get back up. Once you sit, it's over with. I'm not kidding you. I've learned that, and I get so tired. So the first 2 days I was great. The third day it went from 10 to 5, and at about 3 o'clock I could just feel my body just switch and go, oh man, is it time yet? And then it's like the countdown, right? Because you're waiting and waiting. So my husband, my son, my grandson, and then one of my son's buddies came and helped us load out. Thank God, because we're old, like literally old. My husband's over here. He's got a big birthday coming up July 4th. Yeah, we're old. We're old as hell, and our backs are sore, and Edie's had shoulder surgery, and we're broken. So we had the younger generation help us, which was so amazing. We traded them to dinner, and it was awesome to have help. It's so great to have raise your kids right, you guys. They'll still help you when you're old. But I always tell my husband, why the hell do we do this? He's like, I don't know. I said, cause it's what we have to do to stay afloat in today's society. So lots of fun. I have this cute little frame, and I thought this would be fun to do. It's got chicken wire in the middle, and it's just one of these frames that used to have a mirror in it a long time ago. So it'd be cute to just somebody to buy. Why is it in my back room? I've had it for a million years. Like, why is it in my back room, and why isn't it on the floor of my store? Because, okay, so I've got the new colors, Thicket. We're going to start with it. And actually, it's not too far from the color that's on here right now. But I thought we would do that, and then they have a new gilding wax. Have you seen it? I haven't yet. I haven't even opened it. Usually I'd be all over this stuff. I'd have used it. I've painted a project with it. Ooh, I am loving this. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, wow, look at that. It's an antique gold. It's kind of a bronzy gold. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
There's my husband.
Hi, everybody. Oh, there's the camera over there.
Yeah, the camera's right here. Don't look at the computer, look at the camera. Anyhow, I just had him come down and help me spray.
Okay, that's bye.
Bye. Love you. I'll see you in a little bit. I was finishing up a kitchen table set that I've been doing in between getting ready for the show, and I just had it. Well, this would be pretty brushed over this metal too. We can do that. Had him come down and spray it, a clear coat. I got it all stripped and sanded and ready to rock and roll. So we're just gonna throw a quick coat of that Thicket on here. And to be honest, I'm not caring if I don't cover all the paint that's on here previously, because it's kind of in the same color family. I'm going to try not to wipe too much onto the chicken wire. The color that's on here, I think I painted this at one time, a long time ago. It looks like it's probably vintage duck egg. And I think it was originally silver spray paint. This was actually, I know where I got this. This was in my daughter's room when she lived at home. My daughter is 31. Hasn't lived at home in a long time. It's one of those things that I have in my back room here, and I just haven't got around. And I was like, what do I have that's different, right? I just came off a live doing for the Miss Lillian's page. You can catch it on my page or on my YouTube, but I just got through doing a live with that where we did candlesticks. I added, I think, 10 new pieces of furniture to the showroom floor. I kind of am showcasing them over the next few days. I started, I believe, this morning or last night. I can't remember. See, my days are like running into each other. I'm still tired from last week. He said hi, Ronnie. Yeah, he's a good guy. I got lucky. I got the lottery of husbands when I married that man. This will be 35 years for us, right? He is he goes along with every crazy thing I do. Every crazy thing. Right? Never doubts me, helps me. He's gonna be 70 July 4th. Okay. I said to him, that is old as hell. Yeah, I turned 60 in October. He'll be 70 in July. I said, that's why he's so nice to me, because he knows I have to take care of his ass when he's old and I'm going to throw him in a home. That's why he's so nice to me now. That's what I always tell him, because he doesn't want me to throw him in a home. He's like, you better not. I said, well, you better keep being nice to me. No, he's amazing. Amazing. We have amazing caring togetherness. I love it. But anyhow, just putting a real quick coat of paint on this. It already looks so much better. Thicket. Isn't it a pretty green? I do have these in stock. I have the 8 ounces right now because I just grabbed the 16. I'm going to be placing a paint order soon, and I will order more 16s. Actually, I don't even think these are on my website yet. They're not because I haven't had a chance to add them. I will do that tonight. So if you guys are interested in these colors, let me know. I gotta do that. Yeah, when we get new supplies and new stuff in, I actually physically have to go in and add it to the website. And all I could think of last week was the show. And now all I can think of for the first 2 days of the work week, we're getting all the stuff put away, which we just finally did today. So now I can kind of coast. Maybe I'll take tomorrow off. Yeah, right. Never happens. I love to work. I don't have any issues with working. Does anybody have a job that they actually love what they do? I didn't until this, right? So my career started right out of college in insurance. I got an insurance license at the ripe age. I was really young. In my early, like, was I 20, 21, 19? I don't remember. I was out of school, so I was probably like 20. But anyhow, got an insurance license and just worked my way up through companies. And then I ended up doing that, and I worked for a big corporation here in town where I did really high-end influential people's insurance, like really, really high-end people. Like you go to their house and you're like, holy crap. Like, do people really live like this? Like, OMG. But I did that for 32, 33 years. And I loved it up until the point where it got to be too much. Never was enough, right? Always wanted more. More. Your boss always, oh, great, rate your sales goal this year. Now this, I'm going to increase it by another 30,000. You got to do. It's just like more, you know, 60 hours a week away from my home. Another 20 hours on the freeway because I had to get to town, right? And I don't live in Boise, I live out, so I had to drive. And then one day I woke up and I said to my husband, I really want to paint furniture and make things pretty. He's like, okay, can we afford that? I said, I don't know. He goes, well, if we can afford it, then do it. And I hemmed and I hawed and I hemmed and I hawed and turned in my resignation. That was 8 years ago. Actually, 8 years, just it'll be 8 years here in another month. And opened the store. So it's been 8 years since I've been in business. I opened in August, so it'll be 8 years in August of owning the business, but I quit like in May. So yeah, it's almost been 8 years. But I've never been happier with, like, I work harder than I ever have physically, you know? Physically, it's hard work to do what this stuff is. But it's me and it's what I do. It's hard to believe that I was in corporate, like I did corporate crap before everybody else before, right? But and live my life on the road. Now I have like a 10-minute commute, no traffic. I take the farm roads all the way to work. When I have to drive to Boise, like I had to drive to Boise last week, I was like, how did I do this? And now where we live, if you guys are familiar with Idaho's economic boom and all the people that have moved here from other states, it's insane. Our population has just gone gonzo with people moving here. Lots of people from California, Nevada, Oregon, Washington, Texas, they're all moving here, which is fabulous. But now when you drive, like it took me an hour and a half every day to get to the fairgrounds, which when I used to drive it took about half of that because of all the traffic. And of course, then one day there was an accident at like 10 o'clock. I'm like, wow, I don't miss that life. I don't miss living my life behind the wheel of a car. Anybody else have a job like that? I don't miss it. So I don't think I will ever retire. Like I'll slow down maybe, and you know, when I do decide to not do this anymore and sell everything that I hear, I'll still create because I can't imagine not like getting up every day and doing something like this, right? So I hope you have a job that you find that fulfills you, whether you're doing it out of necessity, there's always a possibility that you could change and do what you love. But I tell you what, it's not for the faint of heart, especially when times are not good, like recently. Like how crazy it is in this business right now. Hard to stay afloat. Okay, so we put thicket down. Then the other two colors are ecru and magnolia. So I don't know if you can tell the difference. There, oh, my battery's low on my, whoops, hold on. On my computer, it's gonna run out. Hold on. I gotta plug it in. My battery. Sorry. Shouldn't be. It must not be holding a charge anymore. This is a live, but someone for like a half an hour shouldn't be really. I don't want it to just all of a sudden go bleep down the middle of this, because this is going to be really. Let me plug in. It might be because I'm running the camera off here too. Okay. Crisis averted. Battery plugged in on my computer. Using my computer and not my phone to run this. All right. Where were we? Paper towel. Your commute's only 15 to 20 minutes. That's really nice. All right, so let's move this. Those commutes are just killer. Used to not be that way. We first moved here like 21 years ago. There was no commute. Now it's crazy insane. Okay, so I'm going to dip into the darker color first. I'm going to kind of wipe off the green off my paintbrush. And I'm going to kind of wipe it off a little too. And we're going to do like a highlight on this. So basically, I'm just running my brush over the top of this. So it's just going to hit the top area, right? So my brush is a little, got still paint in it, and I'm kind of just dry brushing. And by just throwing your brush over the top, because there's not hardly any paint on my brush, it is just giving me the effect of a dry brush. I don't even have to think about this kind of painting technique, you guys. You're just taking your paintbrush and basically throwing it over so that it just hits the ridges. This is not anything secret. Everybody can do this. I don't care what kind of paintbrush you have. It's gonna work. The secret is to hardly have any paint on your brush and not try to force it into all the little nooks and crevices, right? And then when you run out of paint, like right there, there's not hardly any left, dip again, dip off, wipe it on a paper towel. So basically most of the paint comes off, and then just go over. And it just turns it that quick. So easy. Because it has all the little Florida leaves. Florida, not, that's not the right word. Just these little floozy little curlicues. And then just take your dry brush and keep going. I'm going to do it on the frame part too. Lesser is better on this, okay? Especially on this flat area that it doesn't have as much detail. A little more paint. Now, see, now this is what I did. Too much paint right here. Too much, but that's okay because I didn't wipe it off enough. That's on me. So just know that you need to wipe your brush off more. Basically, all I'm going to do to fix that is just add it a little bit heavier on this side. I really don't. It's not going to matter. But if you do something like that and you get too much paint, just let it dry, paint it over green, then paint it over again with a lighter color, right? Let me put this up a little bit. So basically went around the whole frame and added just the dry brushing. Now, I'm trying to do this. So then we're going to take, these two colors are super close. Can you see that? This one and this one. But this one is lighter. So we're going to take some of that. We're going to kind of wipe it off on a piece of paper towel. So it's a dry brush. And we're going to add another layer of that lighter color. Because as you can see, the first one, which was ecru, kind of just melted in. So basically, these are just whites. These are just different whites that we're just adding on here. We're not trying to cover up the original one. We're going to add paint. We're going to wipe it off. So I use these old paper and throw these things away. And we're just going to go lightly over. What it does is it layers those colors and gives you a super stone effect look, which in turn makes this super beautiful. Wipe it off on the paper towel. It just lightens it up. So you go with the darker white to the lighter white. Turn it around so you can see. You can tell the difference from right here to right here just by adding the little bit of the lighter white on top. And then what it does is it just starts to give us that stone effect. And the reason it's doing that is because we got all these ridges, right? These old plastic Sirocco frames, like, are from like the 70s. You can find them everywhere. Garage sale. They're usually gold. They're usually broken, the mirrors. But hey, I have probably 20 of them in my bathroom here at the store. I'm not kidding. When my daughter was a teenager, she was obsessed with these things, and we had them all painted like bright pink and stuff, so I amassed a whole bunch, and then I always still buy them. Maybe my granddaughter will want them in her room eventually. But they had mirrors in them. Some of them had, we put cork boards in. This one, we actually put this, this is kind of too heavy, but we put chicken wire in here. So then you just take little clips and put pictures on it, right? Jewelry, yes, yes, you can hang your necklaces from it. Or just take the little tiny clothespins and put like snapshots. Be a great way to display like artwork, like if the kids make you artwork or whatever. I mean, possibilities are endless, right? You can hang jewelry from it. I'll probably just put a couple little those little clothespins. You can get them anywhere, Hobby Lobby or whatever, little tiny. I probably have some laying over there, and just put like a little note card or something. So basically, it's a layer of green with 2 layers of white, which in turn gives you this super cool stone effect. Let me just run the dryer. I want to put some of the gold building wax on them because it's brand new. I haven't used it yet. And I need to add this to my website too. Dixie Belles just came out with it. I was stoked that they came out with a new building wax because it's really pretty. Like, look at it. It's a coppery wax. It's called antique gold, as opposed to their original gold, which you could mix them both. Their original gold is this one. This is just called gold. So it's more of a yellower gold as opposed to a brown gold, right? Their original one. They're both beautiful. So let's try the new one. And I'm actually going to use a brush because my nails are too long to get in there. What's the brush I have that I can just use this one? So I'm just going to take a brush, put a little bit on it. It doesn't need a lot. I'm just going to kind of tap it off on my thing. And let's just highlight. Right? Doesn't need a lot. That's so pretty. How pretty would it be though if I do all of this with that color? Because it'll dry. Instead of it being silver. Oh, this is so I love this. And so I'm not taking my time, you guys. I'm just kind of letting this old ratty brush that I have. I am though kind of patting it off because I don't want like big globs of it on there. Let's get you down closer. I'm just gonna go over quickly. I'm not taking my time. And what same thing as the dry brushing, it's just gonna hit on the big peaks and valleys. Off because you don't want it to be like, if you go across it, it's going to hit it perfectly. This stuff will dry rock hard. So remember, gilding wax is always the last thing that you put on because it will seal. You want to put it on after everything. I'm not going to wax this, you know, like per se, like with anything. I know it's not necessary. It's not necessary because this is something that's going to hang on the wall. It's not a dresser. Normally, if I was putting this on something that had high use that was going to get picked up all the time or something like that, I would definitely like have cleared wax it first, but it's not necessary. The pigment of this stuff is freaking phenomenal. You guys like? Isn't it pretty? It's kind of a copper bronze gold. If I had to describe color. See it? So if you just go across like that, it just hits the high points, right? I probably could have got a brush that was a little bit fatter than this one. Like I'm working too hard, right? I should have got a fatter brush, but anyhow. I just have a bunch of these kind of throwaway, not throwaway, but brushes that I don't know what they're for. I got out of a garage sale or something. And they're kind of a stiff bristle, which I kind of like for this project. It's pretty cool, huh, Ronnie? So if you guys end up watching on the replay right now, if it's not right at the top saying live, then I'm not live. But if you watch on the replay and you have questions, please let me know. I do answer all questions. I just got one on my YouTube channel earlier that from the video I did a year ago. And as soon as I'm done, I will answer her question. So I do get all the notifications. So don't be afraid to be like, oh, she's not going to see it. Oh, I see it. I always get the notifications. This is so pretty. I feel that I need to paint a piece in this green with just like this. This is gorgeous. Kudos to Dixie Belle for putting on a really pretty project, or product, not project. Kudos to me for putting on a pretty project. Okay, Ronnie, what's my question? What's for dinner? What'd you have? So the reason I always ask Ronnie is because she's 2 hours ahead of me, right? So where I am just ending my day, she's probably already fed her family and is enjoying her evening because it's 4:30 here, so 6:30. So you've probably already fed your husband. Did you make anything good? And a lot of times she give, oh, tacos. Oh yeah, tacos sound good. We went to Mexican food last night, so probably not enough tacos, but they do sound good.
I got home last night and I said to John, let's go eat. He's like, okay. Usually we go out to dinner Saturday night. It's our night because we close the store at 4. So it's my time. I get home, you know, we go to eat by 5. Yeah, like early bird special, right? We're old, like I said. But so we went and had Mexican food. I had enchiladas. It was so good. But I could eat Mexican food every night, so I may just make tacos. Who knows? We've been on this kick lately, making like chef salads and then like grilling a steak and putting it in there for protein. Oh my gosh, so yummy. My lettuce is coming up like crazy in my greenhouse. I got to get it in the ground. I can cut salad for my freaking starts in my greenhouse. I've just been too busy to get anything like, you know, potted. Because lettuce can be planted when it's cooler. We can't put flowers out here until after Mother's Day, so we got a whole almost a month on that. Well, May 10th. It's like when our last possible freeze is out here in Idaho. This gold is flipping phenomenal, you guys. Antique gold. I will get it added to the website tonight if you want to order it. I do ship next day. I will be ordering more, so if you don't see, if it just doesn't show, it's because I sold. I only have a couple cans on the shelf, and I will order more, but it's awesome. I'm dying over it. Like I said, first time we get to use it together. Oh my gosh. So then I'm thinking, let's get a big brush. Okay. Let's go back. I'm not this. Focus. I hate this camera. I hate that it doesn't like to focus. I have to like stop it and then pull it away and then it will go. We got the monster brush out. I'm gonna put it on, and as long as you don't put it on too thick, it won't come. It will actually attach to this metal and be just fine. I know it's hard to see through my tablecloth because it's dirty underneath, but it will take the silver now. I don't want to glob it on though. That's what we get on your stuff. You can get it on. Your earring or whatever. You ruined my stuff. I should have used this brush the whole thing. That was stupid. Wouldn't have had to work so hard. Just to kind of make it a little golder. You probably can't see it. I'm going to go around the frame now. Inside this lip right here. This brush is about ready to fall apart. How fun is this? Oh my God. Gilding wax is oil-based. So it is self-sealing. They will dry hard as a rock. If you want to change the color of your hardware, this is what we use, is gilding wax. So it's phenomenal stuff that will dry eventually. It takes a hot minute to get it to, you know, really cure and dry. But how damn cool is that? Just a little bit of imagination, my friends, and here we go. Let's put it on. Now I can go. Whoa. Don't fall. You have to order a large clear wax from DIY. I think I have that in stock. They've been out of wax at DIY for like, they have no colored waxes until May. I have some on my shelf. Oh, look at that. Isn't it pretty? Look at the colors. And then even on the wire. Let me see. Oh, let me cut it up against a wall. It's hard because it's hard to see. Let me put it up against something that's solid. I can't get to my wall. Here. Let's try this. Oh, there you can see that. Let me do it. Quad that wall for you so you can see it. Oh, yes. This is available tomorrow in the store.
Let me show you. Take a walk with me. Whoops, unplug.
Okay, don't get busy. Ooh, hold on. Okay, now focus. Focus. This camera. So. It's pretty. Looks, you can see it better right now. There you go. Right, just a little bit. It just needed touches. It just needed touches. What? God, that looks super old. Like old. All right, loves. Thanks, Leah. It looks great with the gold. Yes, it looks so much better on there. So on the chicken wire, see, it's not coming off. I shouldn't show you my hands. My hands, okay. This finger that has no, it doesn't come off. So it's gonna dry. It's gonna be fine. Oh wow, that's really pretty. Okay, let's go on this one. I love it. All right. Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. And if you guys need anything, order it and I will add those paint because it's not on my website yet. There's 7 new colors. There's greens, there's like 3 greens and like 4 whites. I don't know if I can do them as like new. I'd have to figure out how to do it on my website. Website's not my strong suit. So, all right, you guys, go and have a great night. And I got to go home and make dinner, close up the store, and I will see you next Thursday. All right, you guys. Go out and be fabulous. Once again, my name is Debbie Tono with Tono Transformations. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you need anything or have questions. Bye.